Hey, English learners, welcome back. This is the place where you can finally talk about what you love in English without fear.
Yeah, and today we're going to show you exactly how to describe your hobbies in a way that feels natural, confident, and really fun.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Mark.
So, Mark, what hobby made you excited this week?
I tried skateboarding again, and I fell. A lot. But every time I got back up, I felt proud.
That's the spirit. And that's what we want you to feel in English. Confidence, even if you make mistakes.
Exactly. And speaking of confidence, today we're giving you the exact words, sentences, and mini stories you need to talk about your hobbies naturally.
Let's start simple. First, a hobby is something you enjoy doing in your free time. Something that makes you happy, excited, or proud.
Right. And today we'll show you how to describe it like a pro, so anyone listening will feel like, wow, here I can learn English.
Yes, that's exactly the goal. Okay, picture this. I'm painting at home, and suddenly my cat jumps on the table, knocking over my water cup.
Classic. And what do you say in English?
I could say, I love painting because it makes me calm and sometimes surprised.
See? Adding tiny emotions, calm, surprised, proud, makes your sentence come alive.
Exactly. And even if you mess up words, the story and feeling carry the meaning.
Okay, Sophia, now let's do small exercises. Ready?
Ready. I'll go first. I love dancing because it makes me happy, energetic, and confident.
Great. My turn. I enjoy cycling because it clears my mind, makes me strong, and I feel free.
Perfect. Notice how we add feelings and reasons. That's what gives confidence when you speak English.
Tip number 1, what, why, and feeling.
Right. Don't just say, I like reading. Add why. I like reading because it teaches me new things, and how it makes you feel, and it makes me excited to learn more.
That's the key for retention. Your brain remembers hobbies plus feelings better than plain words.
Another story. Last weekend, I tried cooking a new recipe. It failed big time.
Oh no.
Yes, but I described it in English. I tried cooking because I love experimenting, and I felt a little nervous, but excited.
Perfect. See, even failures are learning opportunities. And when you share them in English, you gain confidence and credibility. Tip 2, add tiny details like colors, sounds, smells, even your cat jumping on the table.
Right. Instead of saying, I like painting, say, I love painting colorful flowers because it makes me calm and happy when I see bright colors.
That's it. Micro details equal big engagement.
Tip 3. Combine mini stories with emotions.
Every time you say, I love or I enjoy, add how it makes you feel and maybe a small story.
For example, I enjoy hiking because the fresh air makes me feel alive. And last week, I saw a beautiful sunset.
Small stories hook the listener and make your English unforgettable.
Tip 4. Speak slowly, pause, smile, and breathe. Even small pauses make your English feel natural and confident.
And remember, mistakes are fine. Each sentence you try is practice, growth, and confidence.
Tip 5. Every day, even 5 to 10 minutes describing a hobby is enough.
Yes, and after a week, your sentences are longer, smoother, and full of emotion.
That's the moment someone says, wow, here I can really learn English.
Let's do 3 hobbies together quick.
Okay. I love singing because it makes me happy and energetic.
I enjoy swimming because it relaxes me and I feel proud when I improve.
I like playing chess because it challenges me and makes me think creatively.
See? That's how you build confidence and skill fast.
So remember, English isn't just words. It's your feelings, stories, and personality shining through.
Exactly. Practice describing your hobbies every day, slowly, naturally, and with emotion.
And soon you'll feel proud, confident, and ready to speak to anyone.
You didn't waste your time today. You invested it in yourself.
That's it from us, Sophia and Mark. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and talk about what you love in English.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.